I got something serious to talk about. But we're gonna let for the people to come in. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. I got some real stuff to talk about. I'm gonna give it about another 2 minutes. I wanna know. I'm just gonna wanna know the people opinion. I already know the facts though. About a minute and a half. About a minute and a half. Perfect time to go on live too. Early 11:30. Ah. If I post this live, just skip ahead, you know. Just skip ahead about into the 3 minute because I got something serious to talk about. I got some facts to talk about. We got about a minute left, still waiting for the people to hop in. Matter of fact, if nobody even in a minute, we're gonna have to wait, but I'm gonna wait till some more people show up. And I gotta talk about the facts. Gotta talk about the facts. Just hang in there. The reason that it's gonna take so long, cause it's like people keep popping up on a live and then they leave. It's probably because they're scared of me. Probably because I'm good looking. I don't know. But we gotta talk about the facts. The facts coming up in about 30 seconds. Peace. Do you worship Jesus? No, I don't. Peace and blessing, brothers. What's up? What's up? We're about to talk about some facts. Can you swipe your hand across the screen for a Otani edit? I don't know what that is. But we about to talk about facts. I'm waiting for more people to show up. We about to talk about, like, just straight up facts. Do you worship anything? I don't worship things. That's the thing first. I don't worship things. If you talking about something divine, that's the past thing. But let me talk about the facts. Okay, let's get to business. My title says something along the line like that I got on Eminem's radar. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Before I continue, hold on. So you don't believe in God. Believing and knowing are two different things. But we're not about to talk about theology right now. We're about to talk about the facts. Why I'm on Eminem's radar? Okay, let me tell you how. Now y'all gonna say this. Can you grab your camera for looking? Y'all gonna say this. You're not on Eminem's radar. Eminem don't know you. You gonna say that? I already know. But I'm gonna tell you the facts how I know. You ever heard of the bear? Let me say it again. B-E-A-R. Bear. You ever heard of goat? Goat is greatest of all time, right? LL Cool J mainstreamed it. He didn't create it, but he mainstreamed it. But bear, best ever at rap. That's me. So even if you think in your head, who's the best ever at rap, you talking about me. That's a fact. So even if Eminem sit here and say, I want to be the best at rap, he already talking about me. He don't know what I look like, but he's talking about me. That's a fact. That's a fact. Bro, forget Eminem. Let's talk about Jesus' plan for you. Spit 16 bars off the dome about Jesus. Off the dome about, okay, first of all, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it. I was trying to get away, and I was just trying to talk about how Eminem, I'm on his radar. You know, he not on mine. I'll tell you that. And y'all gonna say, how did that make sense? You know him. He trash compared to me. So he not even nowhere on my radar. If you're the bear, you'll be able to. I could do that easy. Easy. But let's talk about what you want to talk about. You're right. Best ever at rap. I could rap about anything. Matter of fact, let me say this real quick. Because Calvin and I don't know what that says, Hobbes, definitely ain't hobbies, I don't know. Since Calvin want to play, let's play. Let's play. If y'all want to stay on the live and get entertained, let's get entertained. Oh, Kevin said, go then, let's do it. All right. Calvin said, if you're the bear, you'll be able to rap about anything. Let's analyze that argument. If you were the best ever at rap, bear, you'll be able to rap about anything. But there's a problem then, Calvin. There's a problem inside your argument. Being the best ever at rap has nothing to do about rapping about everything. That's the issue. You're going to have to analyze your argument because those two things don't connect. The premises do not connect to the conclusion. But for you, I'll like and sub if it's sick. But for you, oh, you want me to still spit? First of all, you might as well just like and sub now. Because it's sick. I don't have to even say it. And it's sick. You know why? I'm the best ever at rap. If I'm the best, let's analyze arguments then. Since you don't want to play argumentative games, let's analyze the argument. If I'm the bear, if I'm the best ever at rap, and someone who is not the best ever at rap can spit sick, then wouldn't you imagine that the best ever at rap can also spit sick? Duh. Who do you know spit sick? And I'll tell you if they trash or not. I'll tell you if they can spit better than me. Also, freestyle skills doesn't have anything to do with being the bear. Let's analyze that too. Well, let's talk about rap. It's all type of rap, right? We got freestyle off the dome, as in off the dome. We got freestyle as in written. We got just writing about substance. We got about just writing. We just got rappers who probably don't even write, but just go on there and just make some dope track and they consider a rapper. But I'm gonna tell you this, Calvin, I do it all of it, off the dome, everything, sick, easiest thing I've ever done, easy. And guess what? If it's trash, I'll worship your Jesus. But check this out, Calvin. Calvin. I'm gonna say one thing that's gonna throw you off, bro. Just freestyle about something you haven't rapped about before. Freestyle about Jesus. Let me tell you something real quick, Calvin, before I hit this freestyle. Let me lock in. It is so good because I'm the best ever at rap that you won't be able to comprehend it. It is beyond what you're so used to that if I spit it, you're not even gonna be able to understand. You're gonna be like, is this English? That's how good it is. Calvin. I mean, you thinking too long, bro. I ain't thinking about nothing. I don't even gotta think about a freestyle. You know why, Calvin? Because you can't understand it. That's why. I don't think about freestyles. I surpassed that. I even have a track that says, and I didn't even post it yet. That says, damn, what did it say? That I'm past the pinnacle, and ain't no other human being but me can call it home. I've been listening to rap since before you were born, my good friend. If it's sick, I don't know. Hey, Calvin, let me tell you this. Rap before I was born was dope, right? You got Big Daddy Kane, you got KSR1, you got Rakim, you got Big L, you got Slick Rick, you got Roxanne Shante, we can keep going, right? But guess what, Calvin? I'm something different. I'm different. That even those people, they can't stand a chance. You know why, Calvin? Because the way I think. That's why. Easy. You got anything else, Calvin? Anyways, okay, but rap is music. If your music is good, I don't know. If your Calvin, let me tell you something, Calvin. Why would I spit bars, which I already did? But the problem is, let me just tell you this already, Calvin. I already did, but you didn't even understand it. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. Over your head. Anyways, why would I spit for somebody who can't even comprehend what I'm spitting about? The stuff I spit about will transcend minds. That's a fact. Stop stalling and spit bros, spit bars about Jesus. Can somebody tell me why Calvin want me to keep spitting bars about Jesus when literally, let me just be honest with you, Calvin. Let me be honest. You didn't yet. Yes, I did. I can't comprehend. No, you can't. Let me tell you something. If you want me to consider like Jesus, right? Who do you think I am? I have come back to the rap game to revive it, to save it, salvation. Who do you? I mean, it's like it's it's like during those times when you got like Jesus saying like, "Yo, I am," and people are like, "What the fuck you?" It's like I'm trying to explain to you and you don't understand. If you're not spinning for the masses, if the masses can't understand it, you're not the bear. Uh, no, not at all. That don't even, yeah, that don't even make sense. That's like saying, let me just do it from your point of view, Calvin. You're over technical if you're knit loved by the people. If you're knit loved by the people. All right. First of all, Calvin, let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's look at your situation. I mean, your view, right? Let's look at Jesus. Was Jesus loved by the masses at the time when Jesus was around, or did a lot of people deny? Please answer that first. Second, can you comprehend divinity when you're not even inside that divine realm? Nope. Everyone knew that saying when he said, I am. You're quoting John 8:5. Guess what? I don't even know that. But I knew it. Exactly. No, he wasn't. A lot denied. And why that? Because they couldn't comprehend, son. So, Calvin, you was listening to rap before I was born, but you not even comprehending what you even trying to tell me about. And I'm trying to teach you, Calvin. It's like I've already spit over and over for you, and you still denying that I spit only because you couldn't comprehend. Yes, because Jesus explained it to me, and Jesus is within me, so I understand his love for me. But you can't even understand how I just spit. But you can understand Jesus, right? Yet, in a theoretical stance. Because you ain't had no real encounter. I'ma just say it. I'ma just say it. You know why, Calvin? Because you stuck in the English language. You stuck in translation. I said it. I said it. I said it. I understand his divinity. Calvin, what is divinity? You know what? Hey, everybody that's on here, let's just let Calvin teach us something real quick. Let's let Calvin take the wheel. Calvin, what is divinity? Because you, to be honest, you messing up my audience. I'm trying to let people know how I'm the best at rap, best ever at rap, and you coming over here trying to convert somebody or something. Like talking about do a summer B classes start. Oh shoot, I got summer B classes start July 2nd. But you on here time. Tell me to this is good, by the way. Tell me to rap about Jesus. When and first of all, this is how I know you stuck in translation. Because you keep using Jesus. Why don't you use the original term? Why don't you use something like Yeshua or something like that, you know? Why don't you use Yahweh or something? Why don't you, oh, look at you. You put it. And you know what's funny? Calvin, how did I know that? I'm not even a follower. How did I know that? Because I'm American. I don't speak Hebrew or Aramaic. It don't matter. Use the fucking name. You know the name right there. But you know why? Because you lost in translation. You conditioned based off of Western ideology. Like you said, because you're American. I am. I'm using the Latinized name. No, what you're using is a name in which they created to, how can you say, align to what they thought. I mean, that's the whole point of translation. I mean, translate. What are you trying to say? I mean, come on, Calvin. So people could read it in their language. People could read a lot of things in that language and translate things over. But guess what? The masses and most people don't get it. They don't get the message. You know why? Because Calvin, you gonna rap or not? First of all, Calvin, this is how I know that it's going over your head. Because I've been rapping this whole time. And you ain't even caught it yet. I mean, literally, the bars are going over your head. The road to hell is wide, and the path to heaven is narrow. Where where did you conclude that at? I'm just like, it sounds cool, you know. It sounds cool. Like, hey, not a lot of people have not a lot of people are disciplined. Not a lot of people are have patience. Oh, it's narrow. This stuff gonna get you to heaven. Like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. But um, I'm sure that Calvin, you probably going to the same place I'm going to. Jesus said it in the Bible. Translated. Oh, you know what? I gotta know Calvin. I'm having a good. I'm having like, and I'm sure you. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming your references, your Bible references, are from the King James Version. Somebody who literally was a shitty king who just like I'm having a good idea. I mean, no, I'm saying that I'm sure you read it from there. I'm not. I'm sure that you're gonna be like, oh no, I got it from this and this. I'm sure inside your house you got a King James version. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it. How about you go and learn the native language? You know, so you could probably be more in depth with those roots. You know, rather than speaking a foreign language from it that's trying to translate something, that you probably don't really know nothing about. I would assume. Let me just say this. Let me just say, Calvin. No, I have a translation. I'm good. You know what? I wonder. I wonder, and I just wonder what everybody else gonna think. I just wonder. I wonder if the world started over, right? Let's say the world started over, and it was like Let's put Calvin in here. Let's put Calvin in here. The world started over, and there was this book or whatever it may be, and an alien species came over, right? I wonder how honest Calvin would translate that information, or if Calvin would change just a little something, just to manipulate them, to control them. I wonder how many times doctrines have done that. Especially when the people themselves just won't think. I wouldn't need to. Yeah, you would. It's interesting. Matter of fact, I wonder. And you're right, Calvin. You wouldn't need to. I wonder if it all started over, and Calvin wasn't here, trying to lie to people. If he wasn't here, how much would they get out of it when they translate, or would they translate it to something different because they don't actually understand what's on the paper? I wonder, would they translate it to something that aligns to whatever philosophical beliefs they have? Or oh man, I freaking wonder. It ain't hard, Calvin. It ain't hard, okay? It's not hard. The mind is fragile. People tend to make up things that align well with them. People have their own individual truths. That's why it's called subjective. You have objectivity, and it's hard to argue objectivity and subjective. You have objectivity that is supposed to be reproducible, so that we have the same results, but yet then you have the argument of subjective. I mean, we can keep going. Codex Sinaiticus being the oldest. I don't know what that is. Why don't you give us some insight, Calvin, on Codex Sinaiticus? And you know what, Calvin? This is what I want to know, Calvin. And you tell me, read comment right above that comment. Above that says hi again from Evan. Hi Evan. Um, Calvin, I I wanna know this. Where did you get your information that that was the oldest? Please share with us, please, because I would assume it better have come from Jesus. If it came from anything outside of that, then you suspect. So let me hear it, because that's where you should be getting all your information at. Because apparently, let me see, we have manuscripts going back to the first century. One of them is named Codex Sinaiticus. You can have a man. You can. I can. Especially nowadays. And nowadays, I can literally sit here. Okay, let's be honest. The technology we have nowadays, I could literally sit here right now and create something that looks so old, and a lot of people gonna believe it. They do that in movies all the time. It's called props. Historical documentation confirms that it is from first century. It's been studied for centuries. High res pictures are online. Calvin, all you doing is saying that historical documentation. You're just talking about a social agreement that confirms it. Social agreement. Agreements. It probably could have been. It probably could have been from a long time. But I mean, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to say something was at this time, especially when the further you go back. I mean, that's why it's called probability. It's probably here or probably there, probably this time. There's never really a certainty, until a social agreement happens. I mean, it happens in physics, it happens in history, it happens in, I mean, all types of fields, law. I mean, there you go. So it's possible slavery in America wasn't real. Is it possible slavery in America wasn't real? Well, Calvin, let me just say this real quick then. Who knows? I ain't no conspiracy theorist, I'll tell you that. You got exposed by Michelle Dog. First of all, oh wait, or is it a historical fact? Well, Calvin, so you comparing 400 years ago up and really up to 1860s, which is over 100 years ago, to something from the first century. That's like saying, hey, this is another one. Who told you it was 400 years? Based off of. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Calvin. Oh shoot, that was nice. That was nice. Calvin, what I would say though is that I'm just going based off of theoretical, hypothetical. I never said that was a fact. You think that's a fact. I just said what you're doing is comparing this. I believe slavery happened, obviously. First of all, hold on, Calvin, because you annoy me. Oh, I love when people turn the mirror to me. You know why, Calvin? Let me tell you this. Because reflection is one of the most important things for me, in the English language, Contradiction is one of the important things to me, because I speak nonsensical. That's what I do, I don't try to make sense out of things I don't understand, like you, like, can you get a call and number? No. I'm not trying to make sense like you, Calvin, like you saying, you sit there and say, hey, this is right here happened for sure, and like this makes sense. Oh, this happened. Like, oh, rap about Jesus. And it's like, um, I'm not like you, Calvin. I don't sit here and be like, oh yeah, that for sure happened. That's why we two different, you know. I'm a little more open, if I could be honest, you know, because I like to look at different perspectives. When I'm saying the historical evidence point to it happening, and I'm telling you that you could manipulate historical evidence. For example, let's talk about Egypt. Um, how many things apparently? Let's say hypothetical. Since you like historical evidence, I'm sure that you're gonna take this and you might take it as like, hey, it's a fact because historical evidence. But let me say there's some historical evidence, right? Let's say, um, ancient Egypt, Napoleon shot off the Sphinx nose. Let's say that their libraries and their obviously no not really books whatever. Let's say their information as has happened a lot actually in history, apparently, has been destroyed. Um, I mean, with that being said, you could have actually missed a lot of information. You could have actually missed a lot of more truths versus what you taken to be true. So, and my bro, I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just having a discussion. I'm not attacking you. I'm just discussing your ideas. I agree. You know, I don't think you're attacking me, Calvin. You know, I'm not even offended. It's just, this is my game. I love this. I like dialectical argumentation. I like it. Okay, so what about all the non-biblical historical evidence that Jesus existed? So, okay, let me read this again. First of all, before I get back to you, if that other person is still on here who said you got exposed by Michelle dog, Michelle weak. I'm gonna be honest with you. He looked like a alien off of Man in Black with dreads. He weak. I'm sorry. He he's just not smarter than me. And you know, he made his video and say he's smarter than me, but Michelle was under pressure. He was like, he was so pressed. He was under pressure. He said, "Oh, I gotta make a video about Conscious X because he going ham on my ass." I mean, it's what I do. Anyways, let's go back. So, what about all the non-biblical historical evidence that Jesus existed? Okay, I want to make sure you know I'm not attacking you. It doesn't come across in text words. Um, all the non-biblical historical evidence. What? What? Well, I mean, what? Like, what stuff? You also got everybody in every generation of every life that keep thinking to themselves. Matter of fact, let me tell you about translation. Let's talk about translation. You got. Let's talk about something like Revelation, right? And I gotta let you know, Calvin, I'm ignorant. I don't read the Bible. You know, I'm ignorant inside that lane. But let's talk about a little bit like Revelation. I'm gonna just make some assumptions up, and you just tell me what you think. A lot of people in a lot of generations in a lot of lives for centuries constantly keep thinking to themselves that Jesus was gonna return in their lifetime. Now, Calvin, because I've heard this a lot of times, like, oh, you know, Jesus come back, in my life. It's like, okay, never happened. Now, there's two things I see. Either what happens is personal, and that it is revealed when they die, or three actually, or it happens when they get an awakening, or I might need you to end that too, or that what they talking about is at the end of the world, which there's no actual timeline to know when that's gonna happen. So where's the translation going wrong when you got all these different people reading the same thing you read? Which I'm sure you have your version. I mean, please, let's explain those three different translations from those people that get it, because I've seen a lot of people who are religious, who are either Christians or either Catholic, whatever you are, argue amongst each other and can't quite get the message. They can't comprehend something. Let me see. Pliny, I don't know what the hell that is. The elder wrote about Jesus being crucified. He was alive at the time of Jesus and was a Roman citizen.
Titicus was another Roman historian from that time who wrote about Jesus. Okay, I can explain. Um, Nick and Thor. To be honest with you, we talking about nonsense. I'm just letting Calvin do its thing. Um, so Calvin, Shakespeare wrote about Romeo and Juliet. Is it right for me to say that Romeo and Juliet actually happened because there's documentation of this stuff? Um, there's also the myth of Sisyphus. Calvin, is it right for me to say that the myth of Sisyphus happened because it was documented? Matthew, well, Jesus says nobody knows the time of the Lord's return. So why the hell they keep thinking it's inside their time? Interesting. That didn't explain jack nothing. We bored out here, huh? Oh, we bored. We bored. Calvin just is like just trying to give me some information, and it's just like it's more nonsense than me. It's crazy than I. The people who are saying the Lord is coming now are drawing conclusions on their own ego, their own desire, not the Lord's will. Um, that's interesting. It's interesting because what if the Lord told them that? But Calvin, you can't prove that. They're wrong for making prophecies that didn't come from God, but their own flesh. You don't know if the Lord told them that, Calvin. He wouldn't. You don't know that. It's the Lord's will, right? Oh, oh, shoot. Calvin, just stop. Stop. You can't speak for it because it's the Lord's will. And yet you on here telling us how other people are wrong, like you're trying to speak for the Lord's will. Jesus said in that verse that nobody knows the hour. I'm assuming. Let me just assume something real quick. It's hot here. It's going to be almost 100 this next week. I'm not speaking for it. I'm telling you what Jesus said about him. Calvin, it's just too many holes in what you're saying. I know it makes sense to you, but like I said, I'm a little bit more open-minded because I can question things more and I can analyze things more and I can see when something just don't quite fit. But if you look back at your text, and I know you said you're not speaking for it, but you are, because you sitting here saying that these people are wrong based off a translation they got. Yet you got your own translation. And I mean, you probably won't think it's fair if somebody say you wrong. And another thing, let me just say another thing. Matter of fact, let me see if I can take what you said and change the perspective real quick and see if it can be as valid. Calvin said, Jesus said in that verse that nobody knows the hour. Nobody knows the hour. Let me see. Nobody knows the hour. Yeah, maybe because it surpasses time. I mean, and if it's a surpassed time, then and we experience time, then I would assume that yeah, probably not because it's just surpassed time. Um, Simple as that. I could translate it like that. I mean, and what you were saying, I'm wrong. I don't think you can say I'm wrong because literally, where what you would say is heaven's at is surpassed time. So I mean, there we go. No, they're wrong for trying to do something Jesus said no man can do. Know the hour of the Lord's return. Um, but it's just interesting because at the same time, man was told the hour in which Jesus would have been prophesied or have come, which was, I'm talking about before, I'm born here, but yet can't know when return. It's just interesting. I'm not speaking. No, they're wrong. You look good. I look dusty. It's just who I am. I'm just dusty. Calvin, I think you should subscribe. Um, Another thing is, I don't disagree with anything you say. It's not like I'm saying you wrong. I'm just saying, like, maybe you should, you know, question other things too. Your beard not good. My beard is not, man. Beard been suffering for like, oh man, it's just been suffering. It's been suffering. Why are you so desperate? To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't even know. No, they were told signs of Jesus' return, not the hour. Old Testament didn't say he'll be here in 45 years. Okay, you still got signs. There you go. The signs are there. So let's find the signs for the return. I mean, humans obviously can tell the signs. Old Testament has. I wonder if we was thing back then. It explains a lot. If that was the case. Hey, Nick. To be honest with you, I think a lot of this thought came because a human accidentally picked up some hallucinogens. Accidentally started observing shit and said, "Oh my god." Oh, and it was like, "Oh my god." Oh wait. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Why is that the first thing that came to my mind? Oh my, what is that out there? I mean, come on, come on. Jesus called me yesterday. We was a thing back then for sure, and we have signs for the return. Oh, yes. Okay, anyways, I'm done with Calvin. He said, I was she at school. Okay. Read Ezekiel 34. I don't care. Come on, stop with this Bible she. I'm with you on that. Calvin, come on. Here. Since you want me to read something, how about we take some notes from the Bible, right? Let's take some notes from the Bible real quick. And feel free just to fix up the words because I'm really not that good. I'm nonsensical and ignorant. But I'm sure Jesus wasn't telling you to go up in people's face and try to convert them over and over and over and over. I'm having a good feeling that at some point Jesus say something along these lines of why don't you just mind your business and practice what I'm telling you. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. It was good talking to you, bro. I'll go if you're done with Bible study. I'm not sure if I'm studying anything. Um, I haven't received any new information, so I don't know if you're just good. I'm not sure if you're good at No, Jesus did tell me to spread the word, but he also said if people ask me to go away, to just go. Um, you know what? It's funny. I also was told to spread the word too. I was told to spread a different word. And because of that, I wonder if and I have my own, beyond thing, whatever you want to call it. I have my own, and it told me to spread some words, and it kind of contradicts your words. Now I really wonder if I'm told something and you told something. Are we both right? Do we both have something telling us something that's both truthful? Or are you so close that you're going to say, hey, maybe the devil's talking to you and God is talking to me? I just wonder. I just wonder. What type of shit he yapping about, bro? I don't know. No, Jesus did tell him Jesus will be proud. You see, you did receive new information. I can't let's go it grow. Only God can do that. No, I did not. Do you want to keep talking about Jesus, or do you want me to go? Hell no. Um. Well, I'm about to leave because I'm spending a lot of money in this charging. How much did I spend on this charging? $26. Oh my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's not like I was spending like $60, for gas and nothing like that, but that's a lot. Um. I think you should subscribe, Calvin. I think you should subscribe. Does the information you receive align with the previous revelation of God given to Jesus? Does the information you received align with the previous revelation of God given to Jesus? I don't know what you mean. Do you want some money? Yes, send me money. Calvin, I don't know what you mean. All I know is that at least that I feel is that a lot of people are thinking of the same thing. right? They're thinking of something they can't quite explain. And so they use it in words, and certain words that contradict one another. But some may say like God, some may say higher power, some may say, and some people may say, hey, it's not higher power, it's God. Some people may say higher power and God is the same. Some people may say love and God is the same. But all I know is the thing that I have isn't a thing. I can't comprehend it. And yet, it is no different really than what you trying to say. The only difference is that you have a story that you so believed in, and I live my life just with that essence, So I don't go around telling people to do things and how they should be, especially if I'm a hypocrite. And Calvin, I'm sure you're very conscious of your hypocrisy. Does what you're talking about align with the Christ teaches, or does it contradict what Jesus said? I'm not telling you to do anything. Oh well, you was telling me to to, to rap. Anything I wouldn't do. That's what you say. I want to see you do a freestyle rap. That's all I want to see you do. If telling you the gift of salvation Jesus is offering you is there, I'm telling you, and I'm telling you that salvation has already been. Now, what can you tell me when I already told you that salvation has already come? I'm telling you, if you want to take it, pray to Jesus. I didn't pray and salvation came. Okay, prove it. Um, oh, you know what you sound like? Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Because let me just tell you why it's interesting, Calvin. Because you would have found the same thing quite disturbing if someone came to you and said, "Prove it." Of anything, it could have been God, it could be whatever. You would have said something like, "I'm gonna just take it. I'm gonna just throw it out there. It's a personal relationship." So Calvin, this is personal information. I don't gotta prove a damn thing. It's already there, and I'll tell you why it's already there. I feel it, Calvin. What you got against that, Calvi? You got me spending like money on a charger I can't even afford. Like, oh, okay. Then if you don't have to prove it, neither do I. I didn't say you had to prove it. I never did. You told me to prove it, Calvi. All I'm saying to you though is that you're in the same sticky predicament I'm in, and yet you telling me some things I should do. Calvin, here's some things that you should do. You should go and study argumentation. You should reflect. You should look at different point of views. You should question. I know you're not. I know you're not familiar with questioning. You know. You know. I am. I like questioning. No, I'm not. You're believing your own You believe in your own understanding, your own ideas, your own ego, and so are you. You know. You having this idea that, and I'll tell you how that goes in with your ego is. You have this idea that I'm gonna think a certain way, and I'm gonna carry myself a certain way, and I'm a God's favorite because I do this, and if you don't do it, you're not. Blah blah blah. No, you're in the same boat. I'm believing in the creator that made the universe. I don't believe in creation. There you go. I was just like you for 35 years, and then you lost yourself. That sucks. I ran from and rejected God for most of my life. And now you accept what? Satan in a way? Because my ego, because my will, because of my sin. That's nice. Guess what I think? I think that we are inside of a dual universe, if you want to consider it a created universe. I think that we're in a dual universe. So far, I've seen a lot of things that just shows duality. Good, bad. right, wrong, upside, up, down, light, dark. So why would I not be made out of those same dualities, and if that's the case, to me, I feel like I'm in the perfect state, rather than trying to reject one side of myself so much because I believe, but yet every freaking day fall for it. I mean, who created good and bad? I don't think good and bad is created, because I said I don't think of creation, right? Didn't I say that? Come on, come on. All I know, all I could say is that if you say God, then all I'm gonna say is that those things are inside God. Then, if it creates the dual system, and if nothing is outside of it, and it's all inside of it, hmm, who decided what was good and what was evil? I'm sure human, possibly. I don't know. It's the system. It could be a construction, because the same things apply with an animal. Certain animals may not look at things as good or bad or evil. They might just be acting out of instinct. So you never know if there's certain patterns that we got, and certain manipulations that we was able to do, because we realized certain things we can get out of certain things. So we started making doctrines and laws that let people know what they can and can't do. Or the same people who are pushing it are doing those exact same things they should not. Interesting. So good and evil is a social construct. Never said that. I'm just saying. I'm just giving out an idea, possibility. I'm sorry, Calvin. You never gonna give me inside certainty. That's one thing. I mean, and at the same time, you might give me uncertainty. You see the contradiction, and I'm okay with that. But you not. You know why? Because you're gonna have a hard time trying to find out the truth. So Calvin, subscribe. I would like to talk to you more.